But some people are of the opinion that there are two basic things. I mean, this kind of opinion, actually, someone like Professor Aka-Ikenga, the professor of international laws, believes that there should be two things that should be discussed.
Yes.
That are we going to be together as a people, as a nation? Then how? The modalities of us being together. Do you think that this is actually, this makes sense in the view of the set of the modalities?
Yes,
of the president?
it is a good thing to say, but I think with the way the situation is at this particular period, perhaps I think going to that conference and begin to ask the delegates or Nigerians whether we want to be together or not does not even arise. The fact of the matter, whether by mistake, whether by whatever means, we are 100 years today with this amalgamation. And the fact of the matter is that I think the issue is not about whether we want to remain together or not. The idea is that certain injustices have been meted to Nigerians, few Nigerians or some group of people, and this is why the agitations become so visible that Nigerians must sit down and discuss, and that is where we come into. For as long as there is going to be this spirit of equity, fairness, and justice to all, perhaps I think this idea of disintegrating the country, or some people feel slight, or people want to go out of it, who will be out of it. But more importantly, I think this conference must find a way to look at this constitution and the present system of governance. Those are the key issues that I want us.
I mean, some people, a lot of Nigerians have different opinions on these. Mr. Odumakin, do you believe that the no-go area which the FG has set, that the divisibility of this country should not be discussed, do you think that is really something that that should be put into as a clause into this particular issue?
I think an aspect of it is okay, that indivisibility of Nigeria, but for the SGF went further to say that the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. But I think that's not right. That betrays a lack of absolute inability to appreciate where Nigeria is today. At this kind of conference, we need to negotiate our unity. Social scientists have argued that a problem is not resolved by pretending it does not exist. We are trying to pretend, to paper the cracks, to sweep things under the carpet, to say if our unity is given, why are politicians fighting that power must go to the north? Oh, you know, if the Joe does not have president, if the president does not win, they will fire. If the north does not, the country will burn. If we are the same thing. In some few weeks ago, some northern traditional rulers and emirs, they gathered in Kaduna and took us a resolution. One of the things they said was that they are against movement of heavy military weapons to the south.
To the southeast in particular.
So these are signs that we have not attained our unity. The day our Senate was to vote to protect the girl child, they have already voted to amend that constitution. On Senator Yerima got up and said the Senate is about to violate Islam, and the whole Senate was blackmailed to stop the protection of girl child.
No, we was actually talking about slightly different. He actually stood up to say that he has been we know what happened. David Mark explained what happened. No, so there are issues that we have to discuss every day now. Just as coming here, I was just in Kaduna 3 days ago on Thursday. A family of 7 wiped out, buried in one grave. It's horrible. People are dying daily. Blood are being shed every and then. But yeah, so we need to. We can emphasize that negotiating the terms of unity should not be towards the balkanization of the country. But we need to but don't you think that might actually tilt towards the visibility of the country? No. If we actually
what will lead to the disintegration of the country is not discussing our differences and finding ways to live together. Look, we have an example in history. USSR disintegrated without discussing Yugoslavia disintegrated because they did not discuss their issues. Now, Ethiopia is an example. Ethiopia, they were fighting themselves and the rest until they agreed to have some conference. They wrote a constitution. In their constitution, Ethiopia constitution, there is a clause there, secession clause, that if any part of the country feels they don't want, these are the steps to take. Since 1995, nobody has tested it because their fears have been. We should not be afraid. It's the only thing that can lead to disintegration of Nigeria is for us not to agree on the template of our unity. In 1966, June 12, 1966, Afenifere from Calabar prison completed his work on the thoughts on the Nigerian constitution. And on page 56, he did warn us that there's no way Nigeria will embark on unity constitution, that there will not, it will not be productive of complex in governance, breakdown of governance, and productive of people fighting themselves all over the place. That's what we're here. There's no way you can run an heterogeneous, like the country, a multi-ethnic country like Nigeria, along unity lines, and you don't have tension. So that's what we have to discuss. So many of us have opined that what we need is a true federal arrangement. That's the panacea for us to have unity, to have peace, but to pretend at the moment that we are united is given, is postponing the devil's day.
All right. I mean, some of the okay. Well, let's hold the thoughts. We'll go on a short break, and when we return, there's still more issues to be discussed on this national conference. The issue of representation is there. The issue about the duration as we approach the political season. A lot of issues, but we'll discuss more right after now. Stay with us.